Revival headquarters. Oh, I see it. It just don't say it on the release, right? There you go. Okay, yes. Okay, this is. I'm trying to one, testing, 1, 2. Soon like it.
Testing.
What's always something down?
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, that's better.
All right. One, you talk water. Shalom of Christ. All right. Shalom Bashim Yashab brought the thumb to the brothers. Shalom Yahawashim Thumb Bashim Yashab to the sisters. We at the Ispupk Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana, and we are not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group. We teach that all so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans of the Western Hemisphere are God's chosen people. We are the true biblical Israelites that the Bible speaks of. And
Right.
Esau, who you know as a white man, is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
Now, so go into where you got anything before we begin.
Live, sir.
All right, so if you already see the screen, we're going to start from Genesis chapter 21, 26 to Genesis 23, 6 and 16. That being said, Amidim, which means to stand or rise, just means the brother up here.
La Yashala, which means to Israel. Which means to rise and face the east. We're going over the prayers in the Hebrew and then the English, beginning with the Lord's Prayer. Abunau, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Ayah, Soka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Ratazah, Toba, Hayah, Washemayim, Matandana, Come, Call, the woman, Wasalak now, Kabawaf now, Kasalak now, Kabawaf now, Wala'a, Dabiyawa, Walasai one, Abal, Hayushai now, Mayon, Rai, Hayah, Ka, Amalakwa, Wahala, Wakapa, Ara, Lawalum, Aman.
Now in English. Our Father,
God has joined heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name. How
Kingdom
thy
come.
kingdom come.
Will be
Thy
done.
will be done
In
in
earth.
earth
As it is
in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
Our
our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
Give us our debts.
As we forgive our
As
debts.
we forgive our debtors.
Lead us
And
not
lead us not
into
into
temptation.
temptation.
Deliver us from evil.
From evil.
Thine is the
Thine
kingdom,
is the kingdom,
the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever. So be it. Amen. This is the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Baruch Shah, the thunder now, Hakah, Kalmak Allah, Kalmak Allah, Not heart. How about this rain? Cock. Coin. Mocking. Cock. I told my Allah. God show. Water.
Now in English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of
In the
Yahweh.
name of Yahweh.
Please
Give
us power.
us the power.
Power to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner
All
of
sickness.
sickness. All manner of
All manner of
disease.
disease.
Power to cleanse the
Power
lepers.
to cleanse the lepers.
Power to raise the
Power
dead.
to raise the dead.
Power against unclean
Power
spirits.
against unclean spirits.
To cast them
To
out.
cast them out.
In the name
In the name
of
of
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Thank you.
So be it. Bless Israel. Yahweh. Hashem. Yahweh. Barak Lana. Vayashala. Waha. Vayah. Saparim. Barak. Hashem. Yahweh. Go water. Amen.
What we just said was Lord.
Lord.
In the name
In
of
the
Yahweh.
name of Yahweh.
Bless
Bless us
and Israel.
and Israel in the school.
In the name
In the name
of
of
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Thank you.
Thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. I said, I, Adenya, all, Ahoyim, Ayan, Yaba'a, Azoya, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wabatazah, Ayatan, Namawat, Nazarka, Ayamawam, Shamarka, Lana, Ya'ah, Yawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yash'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Nazarka, Ayad, Yayanka, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarah, Layala, Yahweh, Yashmarka, Bakal, Rad, Yashmar, After Pashka, Yahweh, Yashmar, Shaz After, Wa'afna, Ma'adah, Wa'ayit, Iwalam.
Psalms 121 in English. I'll lift my eyes to the hills.
I lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my
From
help?
which cometh my help?
My help
comes
comes from the Lord,
from the Lord,
which made heaven
which made heaven
and earth.
and earth.
Even I suffer that foot.
Even thyself without foot to remove.
He that keepeth
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth
he
Israel
that keepeth Israel
not
slumber
slumber
not slumber
nor sleep.
nor sleep.
The Lord is thy
The
keeper.
Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy
The
shade
Lord is thy shade
upon thy right hand.
upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by
The
day,
sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by
nor
night.
the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee.
The Lord shall preserve thee
All
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy
He
soul.
shall preserve thy
The
soul.
Lord shall preserve thy
The
going
Lord
out
shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming
and
in
thy coming in
from this time
from
forth
this time forth
and
and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Al Dam Yalaka.
all them yellow.
Al Taka Arash. Wa Al Tashapat. Al Ayah. Anna. Awayat. Yahama. The one. Ra'ash. Al Ainu. Yahweh. Saladah. Wa'ata. Yatazawa. Al Tasapamanyaka. Omar. Lakawa. Wanakaki. Magaya. Wala'a. Yashakar. Shum Yashala. Awudah. Kaya. Now Wa'atazawa. The Ba. The Kagwa. Al Yaka. Maria. Yakarafwa. Ahoya. Alawam. Wa. Yashma. Alayam. Mawa'abu. Wagayam. Wabal. Wamawan. Wamalak. Alashaf. Alishab. Tazawar. Nomashawar. Nalawa. Amam. Ayawa. Gawa. Bunya. Wat. Salas. Aisha. Lahum. Lamanian. Kasaya. Saba'a. Yadyan. Walakal. Yashua. Shabmawa. Bayan. Yara. Kaiwa. Daman. Dama. Shatamu. Nadab. Yamawa. Kaira. Kazaba. Kazabak. Katazalman. Mana. Katazalman. Call. Call us Yakuma.
Call us Yakuma.
Washar. Marwa. Lay Rasha. Lalawa. Ah. Nawa. Alahayim. Alahayah. Shatamu. The Goggle. The Quash. The Punya. Marka Ah. Ash. The Iwa. Wa. Kalaba. Kalaha. Arium. Hun. Kawadapma. As Iris. Wabasa. Wapaka. Dawalam. Mala'a. Punyahum. Kualawam. Waya. Quashu. Shunka. Yahweh. Yabashu. Waya. Wahal. Ai. Waya. Kaparo. Waya. Abadu. Waya. Dawa. Kaya. Ata. Shunka. Yahweh. Abadu. Alwan. Alka.
Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not
And
still.
be not still.
O God.
O God.
For lo, thine
Thine
enemies
enemies
make a tumult.
make a tumult.
They that hate
They that hate
thee
thee.
they have
Lifted up the head.
they have taken
They have
crafty
taken
counsel
crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted
They consulted
against thy enemies.
against thy hidden one.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
let us cut them
let
off.
us cut them off.
Being a
For
nation,
being a nation,
the name of
in
Israel,
the name of Israel,
no more
maybe
remembrance.
no more remembrance.
But they have consulted
But
together
they have consulted together
with 1%.
with 1%.
They have confederate
They
against
are confederate against
the
the
tabernacles of Edom,
tabernacle of Edom,
the Ishmaelites,
and Israelites,
Moab,
Moab,
and
and Hagreen,
Baal,
and Baal,
and
and Ammon,
Amalek,
and Amalek,
the
the
Philistines,
Philistines,
the inhabitants of
the
Tyre.
inhabitants of Tyre.
So also
The sword also was joined with them.
they have opened the children of
They have
Lot.
opened the children of Lot,
Salah.
Salah,
Doing to them
doing to them
as to the
Add it to the Midianites.
Add to Sisera.
Add to Sisera.
Add to Japan.
Add to Japan.
Add to
Add to Brook the sun.
which perished at his
His
door.
perished at the door.
They became his gun for the
The
earth.
king is done for the earth.
Made their nose like a
Made
red.
the nose like a red.
Like
And
Zaid.
like Zaid.
Yea.
Yea.
All the princes.
All the princes
As a body.
as a Bible.
As a
And as
woman.
a
Who said,
let's
take
let's take ourselves
house of
out of God
in
and
possession.
possession.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Making like a
Make them
wheel.
like a wheel.
As a supple for
As
the
a
wind.
supple for the
As a
wind.
fire burning
As
the
the
wood.
fire burns wood.
As the flames of the
And as
mountains
the
on
flames
fire.
set the mountains on fire.
So persecute
So
them.
persecute them
With thy
with thy
tempest.
tempest.
And make them afraid.
Make them afraid
With thy sword.
with thy storm.
Fill the face with
Fill
shame.
their face with shame.
They may seek
Thy
thy
name
name.
seek thy name.
Oh
Oh
Lord.
Lord.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded
And trouble.
and trouble
Forever.
forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame
And perish.
and heard.
That men may
That
know
men may know
that thou,
that thou,
name
whose
alone,
name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
the Most
the
High.
Most High
of all earth.
of all the earth. This is the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh,
Barak thy Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Shai.
Wa Ma'aka Allah,
Wa
Wa
Ma'aka
Alahayim, Mataziyah, Salaki, Matazab Ya'ah, Allah Wabihan, Allah Wabihan, Asaranya, Hakwata Zayonya, Hasa Yayonya, Waha Aswatu, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Wada, Aman.
Now with the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh,
And Yahweh Shai.
and Yahweh Shai,
And Michael.
and Michael,
The angels.
and the angel,
Commanding General
the
Yahweh.
manager, Yohan,
Generals.
the general,
Captains.
the captain,
The officers.
the officer,
The troop.
the trooper,
And the sisters.
and the sister,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
In the name of Yahweh
in the
Shai.
name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you. So be it. So be it.
You may be seated. All right, for those of y'all who are just now tuning in, we're going to be going from Genesis chapter 21, verse 26, to Genesis chapter 23 to verse 16. Priest and Officer Al-Aqsa is going to be reading in the Hebrew, as you already know. It's going to be 49 verses in the Hebrew, 7, 7, and 7, so on and so forth, and we get to break that into English. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. We got to continue pushing this truth out.
Hold on, give me a slight second. All right, this is the book of Genesis chapter 21, verses 26 and 32. In the Hebrew, Wayamar, Abiyamalak, La'ah, Yada Aitaya, Maya, Aisha, Hadabar, Hazaha, Wagum, Ata, La'ah, Hagadav, La'ya, Wagum, Akaya, La'ah, Shama Aitya, Balatya, Hayawam, Wayakha, Abraham, Tazaan, Wabakor, Wayatan, La'abayamalak, Waya Karakba, Shanyaham, Barya, Wayatazar, Abraham, Ab, Shabai, Kabashaf, Hatazana, Labadahan, Waya Amor, Abaya Malak, Al, Abraham, Ma, Hana, Shabai, Kabashaf, Ha'alu, Ashar, Lashar, Hatazabah, La Badana, Labadna, Waya Amor, Kaya, Af, Shabai, Kabashaf, Takacha, Maya Daya, Ba'abawar, Tahaya, Laya, La'ada, Kaya, Habarakya, Av, Habaar, Haza'ab, Al Khan, Huara'a, Lama Kawam, Hawa'a, Ba'ar, Shaba'ai, Kaya, Shum, Nashab, Iwa, Shanyaham, verse 32, Waya Karakba, Bariyah, Ba'ar, Shaba'ai, Wayakum, Abiyamalak, Wapa Yakal, Shar, Tazaba'awa, Wayash Bawa, Al, Aratazah, Talashak Yum. All right. Where I'm at? Genesis 21, 26 to 32 in the Hebrew. And Abimelech said, I wot not who have done this thing, neither didst thou tell me, neither yet heard I of it, but today. And Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them unto Abimelech, and both of them made a covenant. And Abraham set 7 ewe lambs of the flock by themselves. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, what mean these 7 ewe lambs which thou hast set by themselves? And he said, For these 7 ewe lambs shalt thou take of my hand, that they may be a witness unto me that I have digged this well. Wherefore he called that place Beersheba, because there they swear both of them. Thus they made a covenant at Beersheba. Then Abimelech rose up and Phicol, the chief captain of his host, and they returned to the land of the Philistines. This is Genesis chapter 21, verses 33 through Genesis 22 and 5. Wayatai Ashar, Babar, Shabai, Wayakara'ah, Shum, Bashum, Yahweh, Al, Awalam, Wayagar, Abraham, Ba'abatazah, Halashapyum, Yamayum, Rabayum, Wayahaya, Akar, Hadabaryum, Hala'ah, Waha'al, Hayum, Nasha, Abraham, Waya Amar, Alahaya, Abraham, Waya Amar, Anaya, Waya Amar, Waka, Na'a, Banak, Yaka, Yadak, Ashar, Akhabah, Yatazah, Kakwa, Walak, Lak, All, Aratazah, Amariah, Waha'al, Hawa, Shum, Lala, Achai, Ahariam, Ashar, Amar, Aliyak, Wayashikam, Abraham, Babuhor, Wayakabash, Kamarwa, Wayakuka, Shanya, Narayawa, Akwa, Wa'a, Yatazach, Kakwa, Banwa, Waya, Kwa'ai, Atazaya, Allah, Ayla, Wayakwam, Wayalak, Al, Hamakwam, Ashar, Amor, Lawa, Halahayim, Bayawam, Ashal, Yashaya, Wayasha'a, Abraham, Ayan Yawa, Wayara'a, Hamakwam, Mawakat, Waya Amor, Abraham, Al, Narayawa, Shabawa, Lakam, Pa, Ain, Hakamawar, Wa'anya, Wahanara, Nalaka, Ai, Ka, One Shot, Ka, Wa'a, Wanash, Waba, Alahayim. That's Genesis 21, verses 33 through Genesis 22, verse 5. Before I get on that, I would like to say, you see the way that Abraham did a covenant with a heathen, with a Philistine. This is how you know we're better than our oppressor. One, I don't need a piece of paperwork to tell you what I'm gonna do. I don't need a piece of paperwork to make a covenant to make it true. They have pieces of paperwork all day and they break them. They put so many words in their contracts and their covenants with you, and you need a lawyer to read it. Why do I want to sign anything when it's 50 pages and you tell me it's something in a small print? It's gonna take me 2 months to read this contract. Why do I have to go through so many hoops and bounds to do anything with you? Now, this man here just gave him 7 ewe lambs, said, hey, this is what I said it's gonna be, this is what it is. I won't go to war with you. Are you good? Come. You see how easy that was? And guess what? He kept his promise. He kept his promise. Same thing you should. You got anything, sir?
Yeah, if I could, real quick, I just want to touch on what you brought out. Again, like you said, like that shows the nature of our people. Because y'all ever heard that term? It's an old saying, like word is bond.
Yeah.
Like with our people, we've always kind of went by word. You know what I'm saying? Like, you give gifts here and there, but we have never been the type of people that, oh, you got to sign this contract, like you said, to validate everything.
Right.
And I wanted to touch on something that a lot of people need to understand with these heathens, especially Esau. Yes, they make a lot of contracts, but think about it. Them contracts really, when you really look at it, it really is nothing more than a piece of paper because it's always broken. And I'll get like beyond marriage, like the Treaty of Guadalupe. Like there was a time where the Europeans came over, right, to what you know as today the Americas, and made treaties with the Native Americans, the Native indigenous people of these lands, that they would not do certain things. I'm a little rusty on what exactly it says, but long story short, they broke them.
Right.
They every treaty that they have made with natives, they broke every single one. Remember, all this time, like we know where Mexico is today. Before California was Mexico, New Mexico was Mexico, Arizona was Mexico,
right.
Nevada was Mexico, Texas was Mexico. Mexico stretched a lot farther than what it used to. But now it's been broken up into different states now. Now, God forbid, if you are Issachar and you come into these lands and you are not a U.S. born citizen, they have the audacity to sit here and tell you that you are an illegal immigrant and that you need to get up out of here, which is crazy because the biggest illegal immigrant is Esau. Nobody said that he could come over here. He came over here, took this for himself, kicked everybody else out, but then when they try to come back, it's, oh, wait, no, you don't belong here. This is our land. You know how crazy that sounds?
That's crazy.
But that just shows that piece of paper, it didn't mean nothing.
Right.
Like, that's why, again, okay, I'll touch on marriage real quick. Again, we don't go by a piece of paper. Now, if you want to get married legally, like, okay, that's up to you. Like, it's not wrong for you to do that, but you do need to understand something, that sex is marriage. Again, it's always an action, right? Because we always say love is an action. Imagine you as a brother and you go get with a sister, right? And y'all ain't never did nothing. Y'all ain't even kiss. Y'all probably kiss each other on the cheek, if that. But then you're like, well, we're going to get married. And then y'all go to the court, or you have this big extravagant wedding, and then you read each other your vows, and then you get this the marriage certificate.
Mm-hmm.
And according to the law, you guys are married. How are y'all married? And y'all ain't even, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, y'all ain't even do nothing. But this piece of paper binds us by contract. Okay, but what if I lose the paper?
Right.
Am I not married anymore? And again, in the Bible, we teach you what? I'm just like, not us. The Bible teaches you that marriage is supposed to be forever.
It's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be. But then guess what? In the world, marriage is not honored. Y'all hear about it every day that such and such is breaking up with whoever.
Right.
For irreconcilable differences.
Nothing.
And then now you got to pay child support. You got to pay spousal support. And guess what? That contract is over.
Right.
That's all. Like, so it's like, well, what about the marriage then? There is no more marriage. That paper obviously ain't mean nothing.
Right. Clearly.
So again, it just shows the nature of our people. That's all it is. We don't always go by paper. Paper's tangible. I could rip up a bill today
and hide it and I burn it. It never happened.
And it's never happened. It's a lot.
That's crazy, man. We really. I remember Jim Hyman brought it out about marriage. We used to just jump over a broom.
Yeah, that's like an old custom. Yeah.
Jump over. Yeah, we married from jump over a broom. He was talking about the Jewish people, how they break a wine glass and step on it.
Oh, I forgot what that's called. I've seen them do it before. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
They don't even own a piece of paper.
Everybody got their own little ceremonial, custom. Which is, we've always kind of done that. Like when Salakia, when Jacob, well, it was supposed to be, Rachel, but you all know how that happened. But the whole point was, they had a party. Like, if you want to have a celebration okay, let me put it like this. If you want to have a wedding, like a celebration for your marriage, that's not wrong.
You can do that.
You can do that. That's not a sin. Like, we've always celebrated. However, the wedding does not signify the marriage. It's the act of you two having sexual intercourse.
Right.
Now, that is your woman.
That's your
woman. Sister, that's your man now. Now y'all are together. Even when y'all arguing and y'all might get tired of each other sometimes, guess what? That's still your man. That's still your woman. That's honorable.
That is honorable.
But a piece of paper, obviously it's not valued because people get divorces all the time.
It's not magic. Jesus over here going through hell.
Yeah.
Man, that he is going through hell right now. Why? He just kept the laws of God. Hey, anyway. Genesis, what was that? 20 30 33. Yeah, something 5. Book of Genesis, chapter 21, verse 33. And Abraham planted a grove in Beersheba and called thereon the name of the Lord, the everlasting God. And Abraham sojourned in the Philistines' land many days. The book of Genesis, chapter 22, verse 1. And it came to pass after these things that God did tempt Abraham and said,
it's like if I could, he did what?
Tempt Abraham.
God tempted Abraham. What?
And said unto him, Abraham, and he said, Behold, here I am. And he said, Take now thy son, thine only son Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee into the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I will tell thee of.
So, okay, I want everybody who may not be familiar with this to understand the significance of what's going on right now. Let me see if y'all pay attention because y'all kind of quiet. What did Abraham and Sarah want more than anything? There's a very huge hint because the answer is actually right there.
Right.
Make sure y'all paying attention. Y'all not just,
Over here.
Yeah. What did Sarah and Abraham want more than anything?
It's funny, like you being in class, you like, oh, I know the answer. Obviously.
Yeah, don't be shy. What do they want? More than anything else, Sarah and Abraham, what did they want more than anything? What were they trying for? A child, sir. Don't sign Christ. Yes, a child. They wanted a child. And that child was Isaac. You understand? Now, the reason why I'm bringing that out, it said that God did tempt Abraham. Tempted him.
Right.
Tempted him with what? Verse 2 it says, and he said, take now thy son, thine only son, Isaac. Now,
That's it.
Peep that. Okay. Was Isaac Abraham's only son?
I mean, according to what we just read, it sounds like it's his only son.
Sound like it, right? For time's sake, I'll give it to you like this. He had another son.
Right.
Remember, it was Ishmael. But remember, the Lord wanted the lineage of Israel to come out of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So is this biologically his only son? No. But this is his only son that is being recognized because this is the son between him and his wife.
Right.
So it says now, take now thy son, thine only son, whom thou lovest. Keep exploring on that. And get thee into the land of Moriah and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains, which I will tell thee of. So what the Lord is telling him, I want you to take something that you love almost more than anything.
Right.
And I want you to get rid of that.
That's crazy.
Now, it sounds crazy, right? The Lord is telling him to give up his son as a sacrifice. It sounds crazy, right? I ain't going to elaborate more on that. I'm going to leave that alone. You got anything to continue?
Nah, sir. I mean, this is I really wish we had the time slotted for today because it's one of the heavier topics. But because there's so many things inside of what's going on, man, faith based. This is about faith. This is about putting your trust in the Lord. This is about reincarnation. This is about who the seed is going to go through. It's so many. This right here is setting up. It's setting Israel up right here from Adam on down to Noah, on down here to Shem, on down right now to Eber, down to Abraham. Abram to Abraham. It's now you're seeing how the Lord is setting up. I really wish we had the time to really go into it, but this talks about a lot. This is one of the heaviest breakdowns that you could get in the school. It's like good. Verse 3, and Abraham rose up early in the morning and saddled his ass and took 2 of his young men with him and Isaac his son and clave the wood for the burnt offering and rose up and went unto the place of which God had told him. Then on the 3rd day, Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place afar off. And Abraham said unto his young men, abide ye here with the ass, and I and the lad will go yonder and worship and come again to you. And you don't even know what's going through this man's mind right now.
Yeah.
What he has to do.
I could, you know what? Now we'll read the next 7 verses. We'll elaborate as we go. I just want everybody to understand like what we're reading. We see.
All right, this is the book of Genesis, chapter.
Sister said, Salakia, are there clues to Isaac being Yahushai? Did I miss it already?
You have not missed it.
We're at the very beginning, sis. Don't worry, we're gonna elaborate. We also
can't even go as deep as you want, only because of time's sake. But yes, you own it. You definitely own it.
Yeah,
he is that. You go through Abraham when you go through Matthew 1, it tell you who Christ is, son of. I know the son of did it say? Oh, I wonder.
It might say it.
Yeah, I know for sure it say Solomon. Yep. This the book of Matthew, chapter 1, verse 1, the book of the generation of Jesus Christ, the son of David.
Right.
Who was the son of David? Solomon, the son of Abraham. Who's the son of Abraham? Isaac. It tells you right here. Now, go ahead. Oh, that's fine. You see what we argue about in one way? We argue about speaking. That's what we argue about. Look, it giving you the exact clue. People will tell you who he's not, but it tells you right there who he's the son of.
It's very straightforward.
It's very straightforward. Like, I don't know why somebody would not think it's that. But yes, I mean, once we go deeper into it, Yahushua is Isaac. There are so many correlations between Isaac and Yahushua being the sacrifice lamb, being the lamb that Isaac was looking for, a lamb when he went up there. He asked, we're going to get into that. Yep. Yahushua knew he was the sacrificial lamb. Come on, hey man, this deep. Like, you go ahead, sir.
Yeah, no, just real quick. I just learned that a little while ago, and my mind is blown. It's reincarnation, sis, but I understand what you meant. So, real quick before we continue, also wanted to say yes, reincarnation is very real.
Right.
Also, you got to understand something. Christ had to get perfect. Like, I know, like, I really want y'all to understand. Now, I really wish I could go more into it, but I want y'all to understand, like, a lot of Christians will make it seem like Christ was this, like, it's like an angel. Like, when I say angel, like, yes, he was an angel in the sense of being a messenger.
Right.
I'm talking about like Zeus, like Zeus or Poseidon or some other being that was just like you couldn't comprehend what he was.
Right.
No, Christ was a man. He had a mother and a father. He was not born of immaculate conception. That is a lie. He was born just like you and me. His mama and his daddy had sex, and she was pregnant, and she, bared Yahushua. Now, the whole point I want to go over is, before Yahushua was Yahushua, who was he? We just read it. Once upon a time, he was Solomon.
He was.
Once upon a time, he was Isaac. And I'm only going over two. There's more than that, but that's the topic for another
Adam.
Yeah. So my whole point is, was Adam perfect? Was Isaac perfect? Was Abraham perfect? Was Solomon perfect? The answer is no. Meaning what? Christ had to be reborn again and again and again and again until finally he was perfect in the eyes of the Lord. Which tells you what? You can do the same thing. Now, I would say, for your own sake, I would say, like, don't wait like 10 generations.
Yeah,
like
now.
Like, get as perfect as you can now. So the Most High might have grace on you. You don't know, you'll be reborn again. You might be born into a better position.
Right.
You might be just a little better than what you was last time. And my point being is, it is very possible for you to be perfect. Christians try to make it seem like, no one's perfect. We all have flaws. That's what America teaches. You can just, what's the word? Elaborate on your flaws. Like, perfect example, the rainbow community. There's something mentally wrong with a lot of them people. And guess what? They never got the help that they needed.
Right.
But you know what America tells you? Oh, you're fine. You're a man born in a woman's body. You're a woman born in a man's body. You're a dog in a woman's body.
Right.
You don't have a gender. There's 72 genders. Like they prey on your mental illness and they make you accept it. Well, God actually wants you to change. Because imagine if Christ was the same person he was when he was Solomon, where would we be at? Imagine if Christ never changed.
Cool.
Like Solomon, yeah, he was great, but I get from my language, he liked hoes.
Right.
He liked heathen hoes.
Strange.
Yeah, strange women. He was building temples for them.
Right.
Like, that's going out sad. He was king. You know what I'm saying? Now imagine if he stayed like that.
Right.
We might have never even got Yahushua.
Right.
We might be dead. Remember, the Lord repented at one point. He might have been like, I'm done with Israel. Get rid of him. I'll make another nation.
That's crazy.
But here we are.
Here we are.
That's all I got. So,
the book of Genesis, chapter 22, verses 6 through 12. Wayakuka, Abraham, Atazayah, Ha'alha, Wayasham, Al Yatazah, Kakwa, Banwa, Wayakuka, Bayad Wa'ath Ha'ash, Wa'ath Hama Aglaf, Wayakuwa, Shanyaham, Yakadwa, Waya Amar, Yatazak, Kakwa, Al Abraham, Abiyawa, Waya Amar, Abaya, Waya Amar, Hana, Naya, Banya, Waya Amar, Hana, Ha'ash, Waha, Ataza Yum, Wa'aya, Hasha, La'ayla, verse 8, Waya Amar, Abraham, Alaham, Yabra'ah, Lawa, Hasha, La'ala, Banya, Waya Lakawa, Shanyaham, Yakadwa, verse 9, Waya Ba'ar, Al, Ha, Makwam, Ashar, Amar, Lawa, Ha Alahayim, Wayabun, Shum, Abraham, Ah, Hamazah, Bakha, Waya Arak, Ah, Ha'ai, Tazayum, Waya I Quad, Waya I Quad, Ah, Ya Tazah, Kakwa, Bunwa, Wayashum, Akba, Al, Hama, Tazba, Mama Al, La'ai, Tazayum, verse 10, Wayashalak, Abraham, Ah, Yadwa, Wayakwak, Ah, Ma'al, Kalath, Lashakam, Ah, Lanwa, Wayakora'ah, Alayam, Malak, Yahweh, Aman, Hashamayam, Waya Amar, Abraham, Waya Amar, Hayanya, Waya Amar, Al, Dashalak, Yadak, Al, Hana'ar, Wa'al, Da'aisha, Lawa, Ma'awama, Khalil, Ba'aratazah, Ya, Dad, Aikya, Kaya, Yara'ah, Alaham, Abraham, Atah, Wala'ah, Kashakath, Ath, Banwa, Ath, Yahweh, Yakadaka, Mamanya. All right, what is it? 6 through 12.
If I could, real quick, let me try to do this kind of swift. So the sister had a question. I don't know who son of David is. Talking about a blood offering. That's weird. But anyway, so the sister is asking a question. She says, like, sir, how does this play into forgiveness, reincarnation, and forgiveness? So I'm going to try to do this quickly. Let's see. If you could, Elijah, could you give me, if I can find it real quick. Okay. Can you give me Ecclesiastes 12:7?
Oh, I'm be on the internet. Ecclesiastes 12:7. Sorry. Book of Ecclesiastes, chapters 12, verse 7. Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it.
Okay, so now this is to clear up a few things. Again, that Christian doctrine is fake. They teach you that when you die, you either go to hell, which is like some fire burning pit underneath you, which no, hell is a condition. That's a whole different breakdown. We talked about that. Hell is a condition. It even derives from the word Hellenize, which of course we broke that down, meaning what? To Hellenize someone is to pretty much make them forget about their own culture, and it's colonization. Like we're American because we live in America, but I mean we're not that. Or like if you like a lot of Latinos, That's a byword. Like
Right.
they were the indigenous people beforehand, and that one is a little shaky too, because then there's Black Latinos or Afro Latinos, and even Latino is based off of Latin. It's talking about a Spanish speaking person. They wasn't speaking Spanish before the Spaniards got over here. You get my point? Now, the whole point is Christians make you think like once you die, it's over. You either gonna go to hell or you're gonna go to heaven. That's it. What actually happens is your spirit goes back to the Most High.
Right.
Now, the Most High, I'm paraphrasing the scripture saying, don't fear man, fear the one who can destroy you both body, mind, and soul.
Right.
I'm paraphrasing. It's talking about the Most High. So when you die, when I die, when this brother passes on, our spirit goes back to the Most High. Now, what the Most High decides to do with that is kind of up to him. Now, the Lord can make it to where you are just so evil and disgusting and wicked, he can destroy your soul right there that you never come back. Or he can give you another chance. You know what I'm saying? To get right. Let me see. I think I have it right here. Let me get Exodus chapter 34. I think it's 7.
The book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 7. Keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving in iniquity and transgression and sin, and that will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children and upon the children's children unto the third and to the fourth generation.
That's talking about reincarnation. That's also talking about, the iniquity of your forefathers. Because put it like this. I wish I had more time. You are your forefathers.
Right.
Does that make sense? Like you are your 4 or 5 generations ago, like I am my great-great-grandpa, if that makes sense.
Right.
Now whoever I was then, those actions trickled down to where I'm at now. Now, I hope I wasn't too bad. I'm here. But whoever you were then, it trickles down to your later generations. So it does affect you. That's why we read in the book of Matthew chapter 1, the son of Abraham, the coming from the lineage of Judah. Christ was reborn again and again and again. Whatever his actions were then, guess what? He had to pay for that.
Right.
Adam made a mistake. And he allowed for his wife to sin, and he was weak up under his woman, and the world fell into sin. Isaac didn't really do anything too bad, but Isaac wasn't where he needed to be yet, right? But he did, of course, have Jacob and Esau. So then what came later? Now you got Solomon. Solomon, we all know what Solomon did. He was a king. He ruled in a time of peace, but then, he was lustful.
Right.
And he erred, and then he had to fall. So Christ had to be reborn again and again. The Lord allowed for him to be reborn again and again so he could become Yahushua. Now he passed on. Well, he didn't really pass on, but now he's perfect.
Right.
The Lord had mercy upon him to be perfect. Now imagine if Christ, that's why I said earlier, imagine if he never got right.
Right.
Imagine if he was worse every single time. The Lord might have said, you know what? I'm done with you.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because we're in Genesis. At one time, the Lord, actually no, 2 times. The first time was when the Lord repented that he even made us. Repent means what? Sorry.
Yeah.
So he was sorry that he even made us because we were so evil and wicked at this time. There's actually another time of Moses. And he actually told Moses that he will make a great nation out of him because, again, he was tired of us.
Right.
Moses and Aaron got us up out of Egypt. What do we do? Complain. I want to go back to Egypt. They got AC over there. I'm tired of walking through the woods. I don't want to be free. And guess what? Lord looking like, all right, you know what? But Moses,
make it happen.
Exactly. But Moses, being the righteous man that he was, he made an agreement with the Most High to where that would not happen. But the chance was definitely offered. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So you want to be better than what you were before. So reincarnation and being in the spirit is very important because here's the thing. Reincarnation is a thing, but reincarnation is not solidified. the Lord could destroy your soul and be like, you know, I don't even want you coming back because you were just so nasty. I gave you too many chances. I gave you too many lives. I gave you too many generations to get right. And you ain't get right. So now, you know what? I'm going to make somebody better than you. I'm going to make a man better than you.
Right.
You did it before. I'm going to make a woman better than you. You did it before.
Right.
You know, I hope that makes sense. It's a lot.
If I may, Jude 1:9, this goes into the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 9. It goes into what happens when your soul does go up to the Most High. There's a dispute. There's an angel fighting for you who's recording everything that you've done, and then there's Satan. The book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 9. Yet Michael, the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses, durst not bring against him a railing accusation, but said, the Lord rebuked thee. Basically, Satan is bringing up, hey, you didn't even let him go to the promised land because he made this mistake. He was trying to make it to where we wouldn't take Moses' bones into the promised land or a body into the promised land, even though he passed away. Michael is saying, well, look at all this other stuff he did. Look at all. See, you have an angel defending. You're in court. Your spirit is up there, and you're in court. You're in front of the judge. That's who the Lord is. He's the one who's judging you. He's the one, and you have a prosecutor and you have a defendant. It's very basic. It's very simple. And you have an angel defending you. If you're a righteous person, he's defending you and saying, "Look at all the great things he has done." Send him back like this. Don't send him back like that. Don't send him with one of his arms chopped off. Don't send him back blind. This man did all this righteous stuff. He gonna get it right. And then you have Satan and his minions on the other side saying, well, he did this, he did this, he did that, he did this. So now it's going back and forth. The Lord is the ultimate judge. Now, what should you want? You should be somebody who wants more checks on the righteous side than you do on the unrighteous side.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, like that's it. For the sake of time, I won't go to it, but just paraphrasing, you know, Bible says that you will be judged by your works.
Right.
Right. You will be judged by your works. It's pretty simple, right? I hope that kind of clarifies the thing. Also, if anybody who's watching, for the sister, yeah, don't even entertain. I don't know who son of David is, but you got a real wicked spirit on you. And if you don't enjoy the class, by all means, you are free to leave. If not, you will be blocked. For anybody who is watching the class, who is actually trying to learn something, do not entertain whoever this is. It's a lot of people.
I can't even see. What was that? Oh, 6-12. The book of Genesis, chapter 22, verses 6. And Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it upon Isaac, his son. And he took the fire in his hand and a knife, and they went both of them together. It's like, if I may, what? He took the wood of the burnt offering. That's just another clue of Christ. It's another clue. He gave him some wood of the offering. Christ had to walk around with some wood because he was going to be offered. He was the official sacrificial lamb for the whole for all Israel. It's like, and he took the fire in his hand and a knife, and they went both of them together. And Isaac spake unto Abraham his father and said, my father. And he said, here am I, my son. And he said, behold, the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for a burnt offering? And Abraham said, my son, God will provide himself a lamb for a burnt offering. So they went, both of them together, and they came to the place which God had told him of. And Abraham built an altar there, and laid the wood in order, and bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar upon the wood. And Abraham stretched forth his hand, and took the knife to slay his son. Verse 11. And the angel of the Lord called unto him out of heaven, and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, here am I. And he said, lay not thy hand upon the lad, neither do thou anything unto him. For now I know that thou fearest God, seeing thou hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, from me.
And that's pretty much the whole premises of this, right? Now, again, what did it say earlier? It said that God tempted Abraham. To tempt means like, I'm going to tempt you to do something. I'm going to see if you're going to do it, right? Nowhere did it say that the Lord actually wanted him. Okay, how do I word this? The Lord didn't actually want him to sacrifice Isaac. You get my point? He just wanted to see how much do you really love me? I believe it's in Matthew 10. Matthew 10 and 32. I think that's where it starts. Somewhere in there.
What does it say? Well,
You love your mother and father
more than me.
Yeah, it's somewhere in there. But the whole point of that is, matter of fact, I'll let you read it first.
The book of Matthew,
like 32 or 35 somewhere.
Yep. Let me start at 34. The book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother.
So now this is Christ speaking, right? This is in red. So why would Christ want to sit here and make a variance between families? I mean, you're supposed to be the savior, correct?
Right.
Well, let's keep reading.
And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Mm-hmm. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
Right.
He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
Could you read that one more time?
He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
Now, why is that? Why is it okay? Is it wrong to love your family? Absolutely not. Like, we're not saying that. That's not what Christ is saying either. However, he is saying, if you put it like this, you're in the world, right? You say you love God. You say you want to be a follower of Christ, right? You love your mom, you love your dad. But let's say your mom, she ain't rocking with what you about. She's telling you like, I know the Bible says you're not supposed to eat swine, but I made pork chops. Well, I love my mama, so I'm gonna eat the pork chops.
Come on.
You know that it's wrong to do drugs, but your dad is having a smoke session,
right?
And he invites you to come along. Come on, son, let's smoke real quick, like how we used to do.
Right.
I know I'm not supposed to smoke, but me and Pops had such good times. I love my dad.
Right.
Guess what? That's what Christ is talking about right there. He was not Christ, but the Most High was testing Abraham with something that he loved so much. He didn't even tempt him with his wife. He tempted him with his son because they wanted a son more than anything else. Remember, they were really old, well-stricken in age, to the point that Sarah believed that she was barren. Like, I can't even have a kid. And then guess what happened? The Lord blessed them and had a child, Isaac. Right. But now the Lord has given you this great thing.
Right.
Okay. Do you love your son more than me? Remember, the whole reason they even have a son is because of the Most High. Because Abraham had to be righteous to prove to the Most High in the first place. Then he was given his reward. But just because you got your reward, don't mean that you should just fall off. Like, you come into the school, maybe you was a brother who you thought that you wasn't nothing, right? Now you come into the school, now you're just this amazing captain, or general or whoever. And, now you got a little bit of power now. You know what I'm saying? You got a little bit of power. Maybe you didn't have any wives before. Now you got 2, 3 wives. Now you got kids. You might have a better job. Life looking real good for you. Okay. Are you going to sin now because you are satisfied? You shouldn't be satisfied because the kingdom not even here yet.
Right.
Don't be like that. Solomon was like that. Salakia. He had everything. And he did do righteous things, but, he indulged in his rewards a little too much, and then it turned into sin and so on and so forth, right? That's not what the Most High wants. He wanted to see Abraham, how righteous are you really? Are you willing to give up something that you love for me? Some of y'all love drugs. Some of y'all did probably more than smoke weed. You probably popped pills. I don't know if you did a needle. I don't know. I pray you didn't. But let's say that was just something that's a fix you got.
Right.
Do you love drugs more than the Most High? Are you going to go back to that? Maybe you were a brother. I think a lot of brothers suffer through this. You just love whores.
Love them.
All right. And you want to sleep with that woman, this woman. Are you going to go back to that? I mean, the Lord gave you multiple wives. Right? Maybe you got 2, 3 now. Okay. Those are your women now. These are your women for the rest of your life. They're loyal to you. They're not going to sleep with anybody else. They're clean. You're clean. You ain't got to worry. Nobody got to worry about STDs.
Right.
Are you going to go back? You couldn't give up the lust. You couldn't give up the drugs. You couldn't give up Christmas, Thanksgiving. You couldn't give up holidays. You couldn't give up tattoos. How much do you really love the Most High? That's what that was about right there. Sloppy. That's all I got.
If I may, I wanted to get the book of Hebrews chapter 11, verse 17. Because I want to touch on what you said. By faith, Abraham, when he was tried, offered up Isaac. And he that had received the promises offered up his only begotten son,
Right.
of whom it was said, that in Isaac shall thy seed be called, accounting that God was able to raise him up, even from the dead, from whence also he received him in a figure. In a figure. What is the figure? The figure is a body. Here's what Isaac knew, and here's what you do not understand, and here's what we're going to get you to understand, and I had to learn to understand. Everything that is given to you is of the Lord, which is why the Lord is telling you, when we go back to Matthew the 10th chapter, which is why the Lord is telling you, or Christ is telling you, he that loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. He that loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Why? Why is he saying these things? He's letting you know that the Lord is the one who gives you everything. Anything you have, the Lord gives it to you. The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away. Everybody say that. Every Christian on the planet says it. The Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away. Well, here's the thing with that. Abraham knew, the Lord could take away my son, but he'll bring him right back. He'll bring him right back. The next son he'll have, he'll bring him right back. It'll be Isaac again. You're not understanding. You're gonna. A lot of you brothers, you're gonna leave because of your wife. Your wife is not gonna want you going out of town. Your wife is gonna have a problem with you being with the brothers, going to clubs, hanging out. She gonna be tired of you. I always gotta teach class. You can't have sex before Sabbath. So much stuff, right? You going to the school. There's so much stuff. Passover, man. You got so much stuff to do as a priest. You have an obligation.
Right.
You have an obligation. Guess what? Your wife is gonna get on your nerves about it. What are you gonna do? You're gonna still not do it? You're gonna drop your sword and be with your wife? Guess what's gonna happen then? Your wife is gonna leave you. You know why? Because the Lord's gonna allow her to leave you. You know why? Because you wasn't fit to be over her anyway, because you're not fit for the Lord, because you're weak. The Lord is telling you, I gave you the wife. I gave you those children. I gave you that job. I gave you all these things. And because it seems as though it's a burden on you, you're going to disrespect me and not love me. All right, cool. Here's what I'm going to do. You're not going to love me. I'm not going to love you back. I'm going to take all those things from you.
And that's fair.
That's fair. That is righteous judgment.
That really is. If I could, real quick, right? I'm already here, so I'll read it real quick. So I'm going to read 1 Corinthians chapter 10. I'm going to go to verse 1, actually. So it says, verse 1, moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea. Verse 3, and did all eat the same spiritual meat. Verse 4, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of the spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Christ. But with many of them God was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness. Now these things were our examples. Remember, things that were written aforetime were meant for our learning. This is elaborating on that. To the intent we should not lust after evil things, as they also lusted. Neither be ye idolaters, as were some of them, as it is written. The people sat down to eat and drink, and rose up to play. Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them committed, and fell in one day 23,000. Neither let us tempt Christ, as some of them also tempted, and were destroyed of serpents. I'm going to skip down to verse, I'll keep going. It's like this. Verse 10. Neither murmur ye, as some of them also murmured, and were destroyed of the destroyer. Now all these things happen unto them for samples or examples, and they are written for our for our admonition upon them, upon whom the ends of the world are come. Wherefore let him that thinketh that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he ought. Verse 13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. Meaning,
come on, man.
What? I hope I was able to. We don't usually go over the precepts before that, so I wanted to read the whole thing. Meaning what? You're going to be tempted. Everybody's tempted, right? Abraham was tempted. But the thing is, the Lord knows you more
Right.
than you even know you. He knows you. He knows your past lives. He knows all that, right? He knows what you can handle. Sometimes you might have that feeling, oh, I'm not that strong. The Lord knows how strong you are. So when you are tempted with something, whatever demon it may be, a lot because a demon is nothing but a familiar spirit. By
That's
the way,
it.
the Lord knows your flaws. He knows where you're weak at. So He's gonna test you to see how strong you are. All right, how you won't become a good fighter if you ain't practicing how to fight.
Come on.
You might have to get your ass whooped a couple times before you finally learn how to defend yourself.
Which is fine.
You know, you want to do sports. Maybe you was trash at ball before, but you had to learn to be good. You get what I'm saying? So when you are suffering with that temptation, understand that you are strong enough to get through it. And if you choose not to, that's on you.
Right.
You can't sit here and play it was too much for me.
What was me?
No, it wasn't. Not according to the Most High.
Right.
He knows that deep down, if you really dug down, you could fight that deep. But you chose not to. Abraham could have sat there and been like, man, I ain't doing that. I love my son. Sounds logical. But then he would have proved right there to the Most High, like, oh, I got what I want now. I don't got to listen to you no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I got.
It's just righteous judgment. You turn your back on him, he turn your back on you. What else should he do? Why should he continue to give you the things you asked for when you can't give him what he asked for? Mm-hmm. Loyalty and obedience. That's all he asked for. Loyalty and obedience. You can't give him that. Guess what? He's not going to give you anybody that can give you that. Right. That job's not going to be loyal to you.
Yeah, that's true.
Your wife's not going to be loyal to you. Your children won't be loyal to you. They won't obey you. They will disrespect you every chance they get. Why? Because that's what you do to the Lord. And he's going to show you how it feels. As a father, he's going to show you exactly how it feels to be a father and be disrespected by your children. He's going to give you disloyal and disrespectful children. As our husband, which the Lord calls himself, he's going to show you as a man how your wife is going to play the harlot. We played the harlot against the Lord. So guess what? The Lord's going to have your wife play the harlot on you because you're steady playing the harlot because you eat pork. That's simple. All right. Did I finish that? I did finish that. Okay, 13. This is Genesis 13 through, book of Genesis chapter 22, verses 13 through 19 in the Hebrew. Wayashah, Abraham, I, Yanawa, Wayara'ah, Wahana, Ayal, Akar, Nanakat, Ba'ai, Basab, Ba, Korah, Nanyawa, Waya, Lakat, Wayalak, Abraham, Wayakukah, Ha'alayam, Waya, Al, Hawa, La'ai, Laha, Thakath, Banwa, verse 14, Waya Korah. These are long verses. Like they are very long. Waya Korah, Abraham, Shum, Hamakawam, Hahawa'ah, Yahweh, Yara'ah, Ashar, Ya'amar, Hayawam, Bahar, Yahweh, Yara'ah, verse 15, Waya Korah, Malak, Yahweh, Al, Abraham, Shanyath, Man, Hashemayan, Waya Amar, but Baya, Nashab, Ayah, Naam, Yahweh, Kaya, Ayat, Ashar, Ashayath, Ath, Haidabar, Hataha, Wala'ah, Kashakath, Ath, Banat, Ath, Yahweh, Kaya, verse 17, Kaya, Barak, Abraham, Wahab, Rabah, Arabah, Ath, Zarawai, Kakawaka, Hashimawan, Hashimayan, Waka, Kawal, Ashar, Al, Shapath, Hayam, Wayarash, Tazar, Iwayam, Sha'ira, Abawaya, verse 18. We got it. Wahath, Bariyah, Tazariah, Kal, Gawiyah, Haratazah, Iqwa, Ashar, Shama'ith, Bakwaliyah, verse 19. Wayashab, Abraham, Al, Nayarayah, Wayapumar, Wayalakaya, Yakalat, Al Ba'ar, Shaba'ai, Wayashab, Abraham, Babashar, Tazayah. Book of Genesis, chapter 22, verses 13 through 19. And pretty much covered most of it.
Yeah.
And verse 13. Then Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, behind him a ram caught in a thicket by his horns. And Abraham went and took the ram and offered him up for a burnt offering in the stead of his son. And Abraham called the name of that place Jehovah Jireh, as it is said to this day, in the mount of the Lord it shall be seen. And the angel of the Lord called unto Abraham out of heaven the second time, and said, By myself have I sworn, saith the Lord, for because thou hast done this thing and hast not withheld thy son, thine only son, he's steady harping on that, that in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thy seed as the stars of the heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore. And thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemies. And in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice.
See, reward.
So, how simple that is?
It's simple. Just do the right thing. And you don't like his thing. Abraham didn't even ask for that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like the Lord will bless you in ways that you're not even comprehending.
He wanted a son.
And now he's no, for real.
And now look at
he wanted a son, and now he's like, you know what? Not only are you gonna have a son, all the descendants of your sons, your sons' sons, your sons' sons' sons, your daughters, your great grandbabies, all of them gonna be blessed.
Right.
You get my point? It's like that's it.
Verse 19. So Abraham returned unto his young men, and they rose up and went together to Beersheba. And Abraham dwelt at Beersheba. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 22, verses 20 through the book of Genesis, chapter 23, verse 2 in the Hebrew. Wayahaya, Acharayah, Ha'achwatim, Ha'achwatim, Ha'alaha, Ha'alaha, Wayagad, La'adamar, La'amar, Hanha, Yahaman, Malakah, Gum, Hawa'ah, Banyam. Here, must be hearing something. My tinnitus. Esau was there. Verse 21. Awatazah, Bariyath, Alakam, Alkal, Wa'ath, Kamawan, Adayan, Aram, Ba'amar, Ta'awa, verse 22. Wa'ath, Kashad, Wa'ath, Hatazar, Watazal, Konahum, Afnapash, Yadalakwat, Wayatha, Kakwa, verse 23. Wabayam, Yalad, Af, what is Yalad? Yalad, Af, Rabakukah, Shamayam, Alaha, Yahakwan, Wayatha, Lana Kawhi, Akaya, Abraham, verse 24, Wagaya, Lagasha, Wa Shamak, Ra'awayam, Wadamum, Gum, Hadaya, Ak, Yabakai, Wa'af, Ganakam, Watham, Takash, Wa'af, Ma'aka. Chapter 23, going down to verse 2. Verse 1, Waya, Hayawa, Kaya, Shara, Ma'a, Shana, Wataza Ayam, Shana, Washaba'ai, Shabayam, Shanya, Chaya, Shara'a, verse 2, Wakamath, Shara, Bakarayah, Arabaya, Araba'ai, Hawa'a, Kabad Rakwa, Ba'aratazah, Ban'ai, Wayaba'a, Abraham, Lakodad, Lashara, Walakwamath, Walakwamath. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 22, verse 20. And it came to pass after these things that it was told Abraham, saying, Behold, Milcah, she hath also borne children unto thy brother Nahor. Huz his firstborn, and Buz his brother, and Chemiel the father of Aram, and Shazad, and Hazel, and Pildash, and Jelaph, and Bethuel, and Bethuel begat Rebekah. These 8 Milcah did bear to Nahor, Abraham's brother. And his concubine, whose name was Ru'umah, she bare also Tobiah, and Gaham, and Tahaz, and Ma'akah. The book of Genesis, chapter 23, verses 1. And Sarah was 107 and 20 years old. These were the years of the life of Sarah. And Sarah died in Kirjath Arba, the same as Hebron in the land of Canaan. And Abraham came to mourn for Sarah and to weep for her. That's that man's wife, man. That's that man's wife, man. That lady died. That's your grandmother. That's one of your grandmothers. That lady died, man. That man was sad, man. It really make you think. It just really make you think about how precious life is. You're so happy to receive a son. You're so happy to see somebody. It's the cycle of life. You're so happy to see you with your wife, with your old lady. Y'all raise up a child. Child is born. You love them. You're in the happiest stages of your life. Then somebody passes away. And then guess what? Y'all come back and that same cycle continues. Just the beauty of life, man. That's why you don't trip too hard when somebody passes away. Guess what? You're going to see them again. The same generations keep coming on this earth. I'm going to see these brothers again. I'm going to see these sisters again. I'm appointed until the end of time to keep seeing these same people. And
if I could real quick, like, I really want people to harken on to what this brother is saying. Like, they were old, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was 127. Like, Most High in Christ, they lived a long life together. That's beautiful.
Right.
That's beautiful. They've been through so much, so many memories, But the thing is, they stayed together, and out came Isaac, and a lot of great things happened, right? That's what you would want. Like, we kind of touched on it earlier. Like, of course, the paper don't mean nothing, and I'm gonna talk about relationships in general, not just a marriage, but like sisterhood, brotherhood. Your mother, your father, your kids, stuff like that, right? It's very important to be there for your people. You understand? Like, y'all ain't gotta agree on everything, but imagine y'all fighting for years, or like y'all got into a fight a long time ago, 20 years go by. You know how many times you hear about it? Like, it'd be two brothers in the world, they got beef for whatever reason. I don't know. 20, 30 years go by, and then all of a sudden you hear such and such die.
Bruh.
And then all of a sudden, and I promise it happens every time. You so filled with hate, I don't know, whatever it is that y'all have beef about, it's probably something trivial. Yeah. All of a sudden you remember all the good times y'all had.
Right.
You don't even think about it no more. You think like, man, I remember, we used to play ball together, we grew up together. You know, I remember his mom used to invite me over. We used to kick it over there. You know, stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning playing video games. And you wasted 30-some years
fighting or not talking to him over
for what?
nothing.
And it probably was something that y'all could have hashed out. Same thing with sisters too, you know, or in a marriage, or it could be your kids.
Irreconcilable differences.
You know, you got kids, and you know, I would pray you would want to have a good relationship with your child, you know. But sadly, there are those times where, you know, the child, for whatever reason, or it could be the parents' fault, whatever happened, right? You don't talk to your kid for 30 years. And something happened, either to you or to them. And again, you remember all the good stuff. Now you're looking at baby pictures like that. I remember I changed her diapers, but you mad or she mad for whatever reason, you ain't talk to your daughter. You know, that's sad, man. You don't want that. This right here is beautiful. They lived a long life. That's what the Lord wanted. And yeah, she passed, but hey, at least he got to weep over his wife because he just had so much time.
Yeah, so many good memories.
That's a beautiful thing to have. Sloppy, that's all.
And if I may touch on it slightly bit more, I know we got time restraints. Man, that's what you women should look at. That's what you husbands should look at. When you with somebody, you're gonna get into it with them. You're gonna have an argument with them. They're gonna get on your everlasting nerve to the point you're gonna ask yourself, "Why did I even marry this fool?" You're gonna say it. It's just it's natural. It happens. Like, I should not have married this person. But you know what? You should have married this person. You should have. And you know what's funny? You're gonna talk about that thing, and you're gonna laugh about it, and you're gonna kiss, and you're gonna hug, and you're gonna make up, and bada boom, bada bang. Always have that in your mind when you're arguing with a person. We're gonna get past this. We're gonna get through this. This is not gonna stop us. So, did I finish? I did. So I'm gonna do 3 through 9. The book of Genesis, chapter 23, verses 3 through 9 in the Hebrew.
After 9, you can just read the rest of the
scripture. That's Kwayan, Ath, Abiyahan, Yayan, Balayala, Hawa'a, Wataba'a, Habakaya, Watash Ba, Ath, Abiyab, Wala'a, Yat Bashba, Wakuma, Wahaya, Abraham, Malakaraya, Wata Amar, Habakaya Ra'a, Hatata Kudara. I said it. But now, Kabatwa, Amash, Ida, Abiyab, Nasakuna, Yayan, Gum, Halahaya, Wabaya, Shikabia, Amawa, Monakaya, Ma'a, Bayanawa, Zara'i, Watash, Payan, Gum, Balahaya Love, Balaya Love, Hahawa, Abraham, Abiyaham, Yahweh, Yayan, Matamash, Yadai, Bashakaba, Babakuma, Watabayam, Shataya, Banawat, Lawat, Wabawan, Watalad, Abakayara, Mun, Watakora'a, Shamakwa, Mawa Hawa'a, Abaya, Mawaba, Ahayamum, Hataza Iwa, Yara, Gum, Hayawa, Yalada, Bun, Yatakora'a, verse 9. Shamawa, Bun, Amawa, Hawa'a, Abaya, Banya, Amawan, Ayahayaham, Abraham, Hawa'a, Abaya. The book of Genesis, chapter 23, verses 3 through 9. Abraham stood up from before his dead and spake unto the sons of Heth, saying, I am a stranger and a sojourner with you. Give me a possession of a burying place with you, that I may bury my dead out of my sight. And the children of Heth answered Abraham, saying unto him, Hear us, my Lord. Thou art a mighty prince among us. In the choice of our sepulchres, bury thy dead. None of us shall withhold from thee his sepulchre, but that thou mayest bury thy dead. And Abraham stood up and bowed himself to the people of the land, even to the children of Heth. And he communed with them, saying, If it be your mind that I should bury my dead out of my sight, hear me and entreat for me to Ephraim the son of Zohar. You should really hear how this man is talking. He's being pleasant. He's being kind. He's being kind to these people. He's being a better man than you. He's being a better man than Esau. He's speaking, I'll read it again. And he communed with them, saying, If it be your mind that I should bury my dead out of my sight, hear me and entreat for me to Ephraim the son of Zohar. Come on, man. Verse 9, that he may give me the cave of Machpelah, which he hath, which is in the end of his field. For as much money as it is worth, he shall give it me for a possession of a burying place amongst you. Just verse 10. And Ephraim dwelt among the children of heaven, and Ephraim the Hittite answered Abraham in the audience of the children of heaven, even of all that went in at the gate of his city, saying, Nay, my Lord, hear me. The field give I thee, and the cave that is therein, I give it thee. In the presence of the sons of my people, give it I it thee. Bury thy dead. Abraham bowed down himself before the people of the land. And he spake unto Ephraim in the audience of the people of the land, saying, But if thou wilt give it, I pray thee, hear me. I will give thee money for the field. Take it of me, and I will bury my dead there. And Ephraim answered Abraham, saying unto him, My Lord, hearken unto me, the land is worth 400 shekels of silver. What is that betwixt me and thee? Bury therefore thy dead. Verse 16, and Abraham hearkened unto Ephraim, and Abraham weighed to Ephraim the silver which he had named in the audience of the sons of Heth, 400 shekels of silver, current money with the merchant.
So
Time's sake.
Yeah, definitely. So for time's sake, I'm standing in the class. The water for everybody that tuned in. I hope you understood the importance. You know, we went over quite a bit actually. Went over reincarnation, the importance of reincarnation. Now, reincarnation is real. Your actions do trickle down to your descendants, which in turn trickles down to you. I hope that makes sense. The big thing, the Lord is never going to tempt you with more than what you can handle. And that's put it like this: the next time you're tempted with something, and it's going to be when you're alone. That's when the demons always like to come at you. But next time you're tempted with something when you're alone, instead of having the mindset of, why is this happening to me? Or I don't know if I can handle this. You should look at that like, wow, the Lord really thinks that I can handle this. It's like, let me rephrase that. The Lord knows that I can handle this.
Right.
So that should make you think like, maybe I am a little stronger than I thought I was. Right. If the Lord gave me this task, that means that I can handle this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be take it as like a badge of honor. Like, wow, I can deal with this. Somebody might not be able to, like, my demons are different than this brother's demons. He might be able to handle something that I might not be able to handle, or vice versa.
Right.
It's adjacent to you. Just think of it like that, and understand the importance of, of what love really is. Like, yes, love.
Just like, if I may.
Go ahead.
Before you get off this topic, I want you also to understand this. The closer you get to God, the harder Satan works to get you from God.
Oh, of course.
It's levels to it. It's levels. And you're going to be like, damn. Think about it like, damn, I must really be getting close to God because Satan is playing with me right now. I would look at it like that. Just change the mind frame. It's like.
No, you too wild. But yeah, no, what the brother's saying is true. Like, you should just take that as like, I can handle this. And yes, the closer you do get to God, the more you are going to be tempted. I mean, it's all what Abraham was tempted with. That's heavy. Like, I mean, I'll put it like this. Me personally, I don't wish that on anybody. That's just me though. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe the Lord knows that I can't do it.
Yeah.
Don't send me, please. But my whole point is, you just understand where it was coming from. Some people read that and think like, oh, look, Most High trying to get him to kill his kid. Like, nah, that's not really what it was. Isaac was never going to pass. It was just a test.
Sister, let's see. Slakia, I heard before that all the souls are coming back so that when Yahushua returns, the prophecy of every knee shall bow will be fulfilled. Is that true? Oh, wait. Slakia, like, this is why we're billions of people on the earth now, plus how these newborns are being born looking like they know they just left.
I think I understand.
Yeah,
I think I know what she's
I've heard it before. Now, don't quote me, but I've heard it. The Lord is sending back the people who He wants to reward and who He wants to punish. Everybody got to see it. Hey, you have to get this punishment for what you've done to the children of Israel, and you got to get your reward for what you've done for the children of Israel. If you know, there is a push of babies coming into the school, which is crazy, man.
It's funny. They always Americans doing this thing like, not enough babies are being born. I remember I seen a post. Somebody was like, "Are you sure that's not just the white people?" Because I get on Facebook and I'm like, there go another one.
There go another one.
I'm seeing like little baby videos and stuff when I go on TikTok. I'm like, I think it's just y'all because I'm seeing a lot of us,
bro,
left and right. Economy bad, but we still here. You know what I'm saying?
It's all we got.
Yeah, you know.
I'm poor anyway. All I got is 6.
What means is, yes, in a sense that is true. Because okay, think of it like this: you know, the people that killed Christ got to come back and get dealt with, right?
Got to.
Like I don't know if they're here like right now or if they're gonna come back in 10 years. I don't know. That's for the Most High to deal with. They got to get dealt with.
They got to get dealt with.
You know what I'm saying? Like, keep that in mind. Like, you will pay for the iniquities of your forefathers because you are your forefathers. You did some weird stuff. Maybe you did. That's why it's important to be righteous.
Right.
So when you come back, the Lord ain't gonna look at you. Oh yeah, you was. I would say other stuff, but for community guideline purposes, you know, this person was a pedo. Oh, this person, you like to touch children.
Right.
Oh, you assaulted people. You were a murderer.
You got to chop your head off.
Oh, okay. So you know what? Not only are you gonna die now, when you come back, I'm gonna make it worse for you. You're gonna pay for what you did 100 years ago,
Right.
200 years ago. You don't want that.
Right.
You know, that's all I got. But yeah, for time's sake, we're gonna end the class. To watch everybody that tuned in with that.
So,